Hi guys, right, it's Anthony and I'm just coming at you now with an exercise clinic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to diagnose, basically break down correct form for a couple of bicep exercises. A few people have been asking me about exercises for arms and how you can do them properly. So we're going to start with just a bicep curl and I'm going to break it down and explain it as I go. Okay, so this is just correct form for a bicep curl. So with this, it's not necessarily all about weight. I mean, it depends what you're trying to do. If you're a weightlifter, you're trying to lift as much weight as possible. For me and for a lot of people I work with, we're just trying to encourage hypertrophy and get some good solid gains on their muscles. So from here, we're going to start with bicep curl. What you're going to do is you're going to tense your arm completely straight, so your tricep is completely engaged. This way it takes all the bearing off of the bicep, and that is basically its longest, its most vulnerable state. A lot of people who bicep curl, especially when they reach fatigue, they're curling from here, which is their strongest position. You don't actually maximise any of your results. You need to have a full range of motion. So from here, I start by squeezing my hands, and what I'm doing is I'm using my little finger. By using my little finger, imagine I'm curling from that, so it's really also hitting the inner head as well. From here, I tense the tricep. Slowly I bring it up, and slowly I release down. So it's fast up, slow down. Fast, now look at my tricep at the bottom. I tense, release, fast up, and slow down. The most important thing when you're doing any form of exercise, if you're trying to sort of encourage hypertrophy, is pay attention to your technique and keep your mind to muscle connection. So whilst you're lifting, you're focusing on exactly what you're doing. So keep your mind and the muscle engaged the whole time. Don't have any sloppy points where you're swinging the weights around. The whole time these are in your hands, you're focusing on the job, which is encouraging, obviously, hypertrophy. From here, fast and slowly down. Okay? So that's how you do a basic bicep curl. Okay, thanks guys for tuning in for my bicep buster exercise. So from here, it's just a nice little routine that you can follow, basically to help you encourage hypertrophy and get bigger muscles, really. When you're doing this program, a lot of people try to pick up bigger weights and throw them around a little bit. The issue with that sometimes, if you start jeopardising form, posture and just integrity of the exercise, you don't really get full maximum use of the muscle. You're not really working that muscle effectively, and you can also injure or hurt yourself. So moving on, all we're going to do from here is break down. It's called a three-phase drop set on biceps. But the most important thing is if you pay attention to the form and also some of the different techniques involved. So what we're basically going to do, we're going to just from here, we're going to do a normal 3-to-1 time on attention ratio. So we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. We're going to tense the tricep, and then from there we're going to curl up and squeeze, okay, and then slowly release down. We're aiming for 12 repetitions. When you get to your 12th rep, what you're going to do is you're actually going to come down here and you're going to hold it at its most vulnerable point, not up high here where you're strong, low. What we're trying to do basically is encourage maximum lactic acid build-up in the muscle, which will recruit more satellite cells, which not only will encourage a bigger muscle, it will make it harder. So basically it will swell and get larger. So if you just watch, and I'll take you through the process. From here we're going to just hold. We tense the tricep, little finger. I don't count the rep if you're halfway here when you curl. From here, you straighten, up, and slowly down. I'm lifting from my little finger as previously shown in one of my exercise videos. Squeeze, slowly down. Okay, I'm aiming for 12 reps. Trying to keep my arms, core engaged. When you get to your 12th rep, all you're going to do is you're going to come down, you're going to hold it for 20 seconds here, good posture. Now with the arms, try to form them out a little bit so you're not just in front of here, they're coming out a little bit. From here, just squeeze in. Just keep it tense, really engage, squeeze your hands so you get a maximum pump. Then from there, you're just going to put them down. From there, pick up another weight. Now they're already pre-fatigued. You can see my pump coming through on my forearms and bicep. From here I hold. Once again, integrity and technique is everything. So I'm fast up, squeeze, slowly down. Okay? It doesn't count unless I tense the tricep. 2, 3, I'm already getting a really good burn. That's it from there. You get through to your 12. Once again, down, hold out to the side. So from here, instead of just holding here, move out and hold down low and keep your chest and your core engaged. From here, you're going to hold through 20 seconds. Put it down. Go and pick up the lighter ones. From here, final time. I do my 12, up, squeeze at the bottom, up, squeeze at the bottom, and in the last bit, I hold for 30 seconds. So overall, you're doing 36 reps and you're doing a 3-phase drop set. Most important thing when you're doing your drop sets is try not to drop the weight too radically. You're still trying to make it quite a challenge. The thing that really makes this exercise harder is the fact that you're doing those holds in between. Mind to muscle connection at all times. At the end of the day, it's not the weight you move, it's how you move it. So please keep focus on what you're doing with your technique. Remember, 3 key points. Potential tricep at the end of the range of motion to release the bicep and get a full range. You're taking it to its weakest and most vulnerable position so you get a maximum range of motion and contraction. Okay, the second point, use your little finger. A lot of people go very limp in their hands. Squeeze your little finger and you actually feel that you get a much better contraction on your bicep whilst doing the exercise. Okay, and the third and final thing, when you're doing your exercise, if the weight does get too great and you feel yourself starting to fail, you're naturally going to get to a point where you're holding it anyway. If that reaches that point, hold it for 20 seconds and then drop the weight. Never ever jeopardize form for weight. Form is what builds muscle. Weight doesn't. Okay, thank you very much. Cheers.